All right. Hello, everybody. I hope all of you are doing very well. Welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I have just got to my desk. I haven't yet done my, the usual math kind of a thing that I do before I even start my videos. However, that's okay. We can get started and things like that. So before I go any more further, let me just say Blue Willow, hi. Pauline, hi. Gypsy girl, hello. Aquarius girl, hello. So before, we still have time. What time did I even set it up for? I thought I set it up for 7. Hey, Aquarius girl. So let's, let me get some paper, right? And I have my scratch paper. I may be doing a couple of cases. I hope all of you can hear me very well. May do a couple today. Having said all of that, let me... Hey Susie Q, Ari Markel, hello. Primetime, DC Primetime, I haven't seen you in forever. Robino, hello. How are you? Let me just do his what? Oh, all right. So let's do this. John, Wayne Gacy, date of birth March 17, 1942, date of death May 10, 1994. So give me a quick second, let me just do this. Why that 7? See. Okay. So 9 plus 9. That's 20. Right, 10, 15, 22, 23. That's 4, 10. 10 plus 7 is 17, 17 plus 1 is 9, okay, 9, 6, I got a text message, hang on 1 second y'all, I'm going to be doing oh no, I closed out, yeah, I got it, thank you. So 3, 4, 11 plus 10 is 21, 25, 26, 27, 9, right? 5, 6, 16, 20, 29, 9, 10, 11. Let me do that again. 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay, so I was going to do a couple of other videos and I just closed out those. Yeah, I figured. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, okay? This is what I was Give me 1 second. I had him up on the screen, and then all of it, I don't know what I did. I just that's not the one. It's so weird. I don't know why I closed it. I actually was I should have kept that page up, and I didn't. And let me see. That's not the one. That's not the one. See, it keeps taking me back to the same old. No. I'm so sorry, y'all. Hang on. I have to get that because I was actually planning on doing another one. And nope, that's not it even. It was quite an interesting case, and I was like, I want to do that now, and sure enough, I've lost it. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to waste any time. It'll pop up sometime later. I was just trying to find it. I had the video, I had the list up, and then I was like, what, once I'm done with this John Wayne Gacy, maybe I will touch on some of those cases and see where that takes us. And sure enough, I am so upset with myself because I just can't find the link. Maybe if I look at the history, show history, and that's not the one. Okay. Maybe not. Okay, I got it. All right. I'm sorry. I'm being so fixed on it, but then I was like, I have to get this. Okay. So now since I have that, I want to say hello everybody again and welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I hope all of you are doing well. I'm trying to adjust my blouse. Anyhow, I know this is the last minute. In fact, I was talking to Gypsy Girl and I said, I don't even know what to do. And then she said, look at the email I sent you with those suggestions. And then she actually was asking me to do another case. I said, you know what, I'm going to do John Wayne Gacy because his energy was so strong the last time when I did the case for Agnes Robertson Moorhead and John Wayne. So I said, okay, I'm going to do that. And then I was thinking of a couple of other things. There's one thing that has been haunting me for a while, and I want to touch on that case a little bit too. Hopefully, I didn't have enough time to get the pictures and keep it at hand so I can show it to y'all, but I'm sure y'all can look it up and y'all will see who that is. So that's that. And we'll get started. Another thing I want to say is a big thank you to a big thank you to I haven't worn these to I want to see, oh my God, I want to say thank you to Francis Walsh. Thank you, Francis. I got the little gift. I was not expecting it, and it is so beautiful. I had to go pick up some stuff from my mailbox, and then this was sitting there, and then with a couple of other things. And yesterday, Mark was like, I've had this a couple days, I think, or maybe a day, and Mark was like, aren't you going to open and see what's in those? I said, nah, I don't want to deal with it now. And so today I got done with work and I had a few minutes before I took some rest, and I said, let me go open that. And sure enough, this was there. It's so beautiful. Oh my God, y'all. I want to say thank you so much, Francis. I do appreciate you. It is just absolutely stunning. I love it. And the good thing with this is it's so cool. It's got a little clasp thingy over here. I don't know. See this little clasp? So I can hook it up here, and that way it won't even like come off my hand. So I do appreciate it. I was like, oh my God, this looks like very ethnic Indian jewelry. So this is from Francis from Miami. So thank you so much. I do appreciate you. I am going to send you a gift also in appreciation, and when I get to it, right? Because y'all, seriously, sometimes I feel like, I just get so stuck in so many things and catching up with work and stuff. I have so many things on my list to do, and I feel like I just don't. 2 phone calls I'm supposed to make. 1 phone call to a particular lady who's here already for the past 2 weeks. I have not got around to doing it. I have a lot of things to do, and I've been just kind of struggling with some other health issues as usual. So another little thing I want to bring up to those of you who may be dealing with lupus, etc., is I went through this whole gamut of testing and severe abdomen pain and all that. Come to find out, I have fibroids, fibroids in the uterus, I think, which is what was causing all that pain. So I have to go and look at go get with my gynecologist, but the pain hasn't gone away. And I was like, okay, fine. One thing I want to share with you all, and I know I'm talking about personal stuff, and it's not because, here I am wanting everybody's, poor kirtana. That's not the intention. It's just to share. Every single time I go get tested, and this has been going on for years, my eosinophil counts are always high, like ridiculous, 1495 and 1450, always above that. And if you go Google and see, or even ask your doctor, that's like crazy high. That goes to show either you have some sort of an infection in your body or parasite infections, right? So the moment anybody says intestinal parasites, of course, it's like, oh my God, I don't want creepy crawlies in my belly. Now, that is not the case with me, because I had undergone a colonoscopy and an endoscopy just about this time last year. They did a liver biopsy because I had a lot of GI issues, and they do all the testing, the blood test and the urine and the poo test and all. There no bacteria, no parasites or anything like that. So that was cleared. So then this time too, when that kept showing up so much, I freaked out. I'm like, why? I mean, do I have like creepy crawlies in my belly? Well, same thing. They tested me for something called H. pylori. H. pylori. Go look it up, y'all. And I'm sharing this just so that people will know. It's sharing of knowledge, my experiences. And they did a weird breath test. Okay, they make you blow into a kind of a balloon, and then not a balloon. It's like a, those Kool-Aid Tetra packs, those drinks that you get, like the apple juice drinks for little kids in school. They put in the lunchbox. It's slightly bigger than that. They have you blow into it, and then without having consumed anything, and then they make you drink a little solution, which is, oh my God, it's not nasty. It's just too sweet, and I don't like extremely sweets. I don't like sweet stuff. Oh, that was horrible. They give you just a little, maybe 100 ml or something to swallow, and the moment you swallow that, you drink it up. They give you 5 minutes, they time you, and then they have you blow into another little, and then they compare to see if there's any whatever. So I have no H. pylori, and every single time they test me for H. pylori, it comes up negative, negative, negative. And another thing they keep testing me for is hepatitis. So, these are words that will scare anybody, right? So when they say hepatitis, you're like flipping out. Every single time they test me for that, it's non-reactive or negative or whatever. So this last time I went to the doctor, I lost my shit, man. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, why are you all constantly testing me for stuff? And every single time, literally 4-5 times, just in the past 3 months, they have tested me for H. pylori and for hepatitis, and every single time it's negative, negative. So clearly there's nothing there. So why are you constantly repeating that test? I said, if that's the test you're going to do, then I am not interested. Like, I just lost my shit. So anyway, about a week ago, I started, like when I was taking Bunny for a walk with Mark, I felt like something like catch just above my ankle. And so I thought, oh, maybe an insect bite or whatever. And it wasn't like a sting. It was like something I can't even express. So I went out and came back and never thought much about it. But my toe, one of my toe was bothering me. So my toe on my right foot, right? So I'm like, this is freaking weird. Maybe I was walking in the backyard and maybe I stepped on a wasp or a bee or an ant or something and I got stung. checked to see there are no bite marks, no stings, nothing. My ankle has my right leg, my ankle, and just above the ankle, like I wish I could show you y'all. So the ankle joint, right, on the inside, and about 3 inches or 4 inches above the ankle, it's all swollen. It's red, blue, black, green, whatever colors you want to call it. And there's a big lump. It's like a knot, and it hurts like you know what. I mean, it hurts so bad. So I went to the doctor again, and she was like, I think she's a doctor, or is she a nurse practitioner? Anyway, very nice lady though. She looked at everything, and I told her, I said, no more H. pylori and no more hepatitis. This has got nothing to do with that. Then another blood test, and she goes, let's check for kidney stuff. I said, you all just did a CT scan for abdomen and pelvis. There's no kidney stones, there's no nothing, so why are we? She says, no, we'll do a blood test for kidney, uric acid or whatever, because she thought it was gout. Well, I just got the results today. Everything is clear. Everything is clear, y'all. There's nothing. So I'm so pissed, and it hurts so bad. She gave me a steroid cream to put on it, which is not helping me, not a single bit. And if I ice my ankle and above for a good 45 minutes, I'll be able to walk for 10-15 minutes. It hurts so bad, I can't even explain. So I don't know what it is. The next step is to go and see a vein doctor to see if it has something to do with the veins or whatever. But I'm also given to understand, I was researching on those forums for lupus and all. A lot of people are saying this could be lupus too, because it does act up. So here we go. I'm sharing my experience. If any of y'all are struggling with these things or know anything or could shed some light, please share it so people, can better understand. Sometimes it's very frustrating, actually a lot of times, because our medical practitioners don't explain everything to us. So why is it that, my eosinophil count is so high? Another thing they have me, and I'm waiting to get an appointment, is to go see a hematologist to see if there's something going on in the blood. And I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So 10 minutes of ranting as usual with Kirtana, you got to do that, right? So Blue Willow, Pauline Rab, Gypsy Girl, Aquarius Girl, Ari Markel, Debbie B, Susie Q, DC Primetime, Robin O, Carrie Finlay, Rockin' Robin, Angela Watson, who else? Ali, as always. Welcome everybody. So wait, Alia said she just watched. Okay, so then who else do we have? Are you serious, girlfriend? Ari, you know how much we are today? It's crazy. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's well, we are now at 99 degrees, but I think we were well into 104 earlier today. So it's crazy. And I just want to say, take a moment, all of us, if you would care to join me, to say, send some positive energy and say a prayer, however you want to say it. Our fellow human beings in Kentucky with all those floods, and oh my God, whew, that's terrible. So and I just saw the news earlier today for a brief 2 seconds, and I was like, I gotta walk away from this. I can't. They have said, the governor was saying that they have identified 6 children of the 15 or 16 have passed. I was like, that's it. I can't. So, let's just take a moment and say, send them positive energy. And I also want to take this moment to say thank you to all the first responders, because, even though they are there as first responders doing their jobs, they are also probably worried about their own families who are living in that area, which is all flooded, right? So it's got to be a horrendous situation all around. So Lucinda 5563, then, all right. So if you all are ready, we can get started. Carrie Lee London, hi. All right, so my Manx 100, hello. Scout Inquirer, hello. Carriage House says, hey, Becca, how are you? So one thing I will say is, if we end up with any trolls like we always get them, they feel like, you know, they want to drop by and make a fool of themselves, well, they can go ahead. I'm not going to waste any time or energy on them. Let's just agree to, oh, is it 19 now dead? I thought it was 16. Okay. Let's just agree to ignore those doofuses and let's not even react to them. And Gypsy Girl, don't erase it, just let me know and I'll deal with it, okay? So, oh, this is again a very plain one that, so, alright, so March 17th, correct? Let's just get on with this. March 17th is, he's a Pisces, so right, Pisces Sun, and he died on May 10th, so he died in Taurus, right? Okay, I got my sage and all that ready. If any of you will notice weird stuff, and yes, there are two shadows. One is because of this light here and one is because of that light. So besides that, if you'll see any weird stuff, let me know. Okay, so we have, he's a Pisces Sun. He was born on March 17th, 1942 and died on May 10th, 1994. So 6th house, Pisces, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th house. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 6, 7, 8, 9th house is Scorpio. 11th house, Capricorn. Okay, so one thing I want to address, y'all, is, you know, I don't know which video of mine, and I don't know the name of this person. She said that it's so sad every time the Capricorn card comes up or something, it's always like death and all that negative stuff. Now, look, here's the thing. I want to clarify that. Every sun sign has its positives and its negatives. Every sun sign, every moon sign, well, the same thing. Each of the planets, they have the benefic aspects and the malefic aspects, the positives and the negatives. It depends on where they are placed, who's opposing them, who's staring at them, who's not, who are they buddies with, are they in a house, have they gone visiting a buddy's house or not, or they go visiting their buddies but some other fellow comes in and they don't get, you know, I'm just spinning a story. So let's not just say, oh my God, every time we hear about Capricorn, every time we hear about Scorpio, it's this and this. Don't think that way. See, then you're kind of limiting yourself. I'll just talk about Sagittarius because I'm a Sagittarius, at least in Western astrology, right? Sagittarius, it's all about you know, expansion and knowledge, and we don't do anything in moderation. You ask any Sagittarius, I mean, it's very difficult for them to say that they can do anything in moderation, at least at something or some part or some time in their life. For us, go big or go bigger, right? And another thing with Sagittarius is they're very quick to flare up and very quick to forget, right? Their tempers are short. They really have a little blow up and then it fizzles out and it's done. They move on. They don't hold on to that anger and animosity, and most Sagittarians don't, unless they have some other planets that are, I'm just talking general. Very quick, right? Short tempered, and then they blow up and they don't have the time or patience to put up with BS. And another thing with Sagittarius is you ask them a question, and if you're not prepared for an honest answer, shut your mouth and don't ask a question. Because the only answer you'll get out of a Sagittarius is an honest answer. Right? You can think of all of this as positive. No, there are negative sides to a Sagittarius. Sagittarius, because we don't know how to limit ourselves, we can overeat, we can put on weight, we can get very complacent, we get very lazy, we get a little bit avaricious, we go crazy as far as shopping is concerned, right? And for us, again, generally speaking, Sagittarius, they seem to be able to bounce back really fast after failed relationships. So people think that, oh, they're heartless, they don't care. It's not that. It's just, of course it hurts everybody, right? I mean, you have a breakup in a relationship, it does bother, I mean, it hurts everybody no matter what. But some people can manage those energies better, can deal with it, can process it. It's like processing loss and processing defeat and processing sadness and grief and all that. So there are some signs who can process it quicker, better, faster, and move on. Other signs don't. So there are positive and negative each sign, right? So if Jupiter, ruler of Sagittarius, let's just talk about Sagittarius, is placed in a position where that particular person, let's say the house of the sixth house, which talks about work, health, discipline, and habits, but the negative side of it is enemies and disease. Now, based on the person's chart, if let's say it's in a negative point right now, and then you have Sagittarius, then you will see Sagittarius blow up or magnify the disease aspect of it and the enemy aspect of it, right? So nobody wants that. So I just want to make sure, because I felt bad and I wanted to explain it to her, but then I got caught up with something else and I forget. Hopefully she's watching. Hopefully she will watch and she'll understand. So they are, again, like the tarot card, the devil card is Capricorn energy, and this card is Scorpio energy. And, I didn't make that up. I haven't cooked it up. That's the way it has been from whenever they came up, whoever came up with tarot, right? So it's not that I'm just saying, I have anything against Capricorns or this or that. That's not the case at all. FYI, in Western astrology, I'm a Sagittarius sun and a Capricorn rising. So go figure. So I just wanted to throw that out, right? All right. So now let's get on with this. Courtney, hey Courtney, that is quite a mix. Rosalie Hatch, hey, how are you? Good to see you, Rosalie. Blue Willow, I'm a Sag Moon, yeah. So it's and yeah, hi Sherilyn, yeah, even Scorpio, no, because Scorpio, they have Mars and they have Pluto. Those are strong energies. The good side of Scorpio is they're smart, they're thinking through, etc., etc. The bad side of Scorpio is they don't forget and they don't forgive that easy. They hold on, right? So, and Scorpio, they'll be really nice to you, but once they sting, you're done for. So you don't want. So every sign has this positive and negative. You think about Aries, for example, they're very athletic, very outgoing, fun, etc., etc. But the negative side of Aries is they're like freaking little children, me, and bordering on selfishness even. So, think about Leos, right? So let's not get into it, or all we'll be doing today is thinking about this, right? So let's get on to the reading. Okay. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. All right. John Wayne Gacy. So based on what I'm seeing, 6th house, 9th house, and 11th house, right? So 6th house talks about work, health, discipline, and habits. The negative aspect of the 6th house is enemies and disease. And the 9th house talks about father, distant travel, higher education, intellect, luck, religion. And the negative side is the negative aspect of religion, right? And it's also like, what's the word? I don't know how to explain this. In Sanskrit, there's a term, it's called Viprita Buddhi Vinasha Kalam. So what does that mean is we talk about intellect in the 9th house, right? So the negative aspect of intellect we assume is good. The negative aspect is using that intellectual ability and power and knowledge for nefarious activities. So there too you have the positive and negative. So he's a very smart man. I will tell you that right off the bat. Then we have 11th house. 11th house talks about like-minded people, groups, and friends. And it talks about all benefits, right? But on the negative side of that is associations with the wrong kind of people. See? So, I do have this, just so you know. I'm going to wear it. When I go and wash my hands and all that, and when I shower, I take them off because I don't want the plastic to give way. I have all of those sitting here. I just didn't put them back on. I'm going to take this off. Sorry, it's kind of go through my process. Yeah, I had to take it off because this has got some energy in it. Okay, John Wayne Gacy. So let's see what pops up, okay? Think about it. Pisces sun, right? He died in Taurus season. 1, 2, 3. Taurus is his 3rd house, right? We'll see who pops up here. It'll be very interesting. John Wayne Gacy. Y'all, I'm telling you, if I hear that music and that what is that called? That not a harmonica. Oh shoot, see, I forgot what it's called. Little Dave's mom. Hey, how are you? We have Leo, okay? Yeah, his 6th house is Leo. We have the air sign. What is that instrument called, y'all? It's not the mouth harp. Oh yeah, the harmonica, right? Yeah, and the thing is, Gypsy Girl, those bracelets, no, after a point in time that the accordion, thank you, Gypsy Girl, the plastic or whatever, it kind of goes bad and then it'll all fall off. So Jupiter, am I surprised? Not at all. No, not at all surprised. Capricorn, here we go, y'all, here we go. One more, give me one more. Water, okay? So it's very interesting, right? I mean, so we have Leo, which is his 6th house, right? Then we have Jupiter, and then we have Capricorn. Capricorn is going to be his 11th house. Wow, Capricorn. And then we have water, right? So air and water. So I will tell you that this man is not a dumb man. I mean, he's a smart guy. There is no doubting that, right? He is a smart guy. But having said all of that, Leo, as we know, is ruled by the sun, right? Now he is a Pisces. He's ruled by Jupiter. So we have Jupiter right in the middle, and Neptune. What is Neptune? Water. Neptune talks about confusion, illusion, and dreams. Are we surprised at all? No. So think about the 11th house for him, right? His 11th house is Capricorn. Yeah, look at this cards, man. 6th house. He's a Pisces sun. So his 6th house is Leo. Right? Capricorn is his 11th, right? He's a Pisces, so he has Jupiter, his ruling planet, correct? And Neptune is also his ruling planet. And what do we have here? Water, right? So I'm going to say that there's a lot of secrecy to this guy. Now, how do I figure with secrecy, right? You have a very intense water element, and you have Neptune here that says confusion, illusion, and dreams. He is very, very good at creating. Of course, now everything is hindsight. People will be like, well, we know the case, so what, you're not telling us any different. He was very, very good at creating an illusion. In other words, cloaking his real actions such that people couldn't see, right? Cloaking his evilness, I suppose, such that people couldn't see. Very good at that. And we all know he led a double life, right? I mean, wasn't he married and didn't he have kids and stuff like that? So very good at doing that. Very good at doing that. He knew how to manipulate people by using his intelligence. The air sign, which is swords, which talks about intellect, rationale, verbal decisiveness, aggressiveness, being harsh, being soft. He knows how to use his mind and his skill sets to be able to spin circles in the air, okay, or circles in the mind, or spin those webs around, so you kind of don't really, you're unable to see through. So very good at that, absolutely. And he is, considering he's Pisces, I'm also going to say that I wouldn't be surprised if even as a very, very young child, he himself could have had some intuition, some level of intuition, right? Now, am I going to say he's a psychic or not? I don't know. I haven't met him unless he steps through and says any of that. But a heightened sense of intuition, finely attuned intuition. And I will not be surprised at all if he has had like almost prophetic, well, I suppose that's psychic too, right? Even before he, how shall I say it, even before he went and picked on a subject to hurt or kill them, he kind of sort of knew in his mind who it was going to be. So we can say, well, Kirtana, I mean, like, you know, that's like you have already made up your mind and then you go looking for that. Yeah, sure, right? You have determined in your mind, you have profiled in your mind, and you go find a person that suits the profile. I wouldn't say that for him. I would say he already kind of knew. So was it intuition? Was it the devil speaking to him? Or was it just his imagination? I don't know. But the only way I can say is almost intuitively he knew who his next victim was going to be. Doesn't make any sense. So What? Susie Q says, I need gold and everything is silver. I don't know what that means, but okay. The Tower card. We shouldn't be surprised, right? The Force, we have another Leo card, right? And then we have 13, which is the Death or the Devil, whichever one you want to take it to be. Are we surprised at all? Are we surprised? Now, what is the Tower card, right? If you look at the tarot, the Tower card is Mars. It's a disillusionment. It's unexpected change. It's arguments. It's destruction of a situationship, a relationship, of a entity, of a building, of a structure, of a person. So, and then we have the Force, which is again, it's a strength card, right? In the traditional tarot, 11 is justice, Libra, and 8 is a strength card. But here the number is 11, but it's a strength, meaning the strength card. Force is the strength card. So that's Leo, it's ruled by the Sun. He did struggle a lot internally in terms of so how shall I explain it, y'all? His struggles, his fight was between the will and ego, but then again he also struggled with I don't know how to explain it. It's like that one fraction of a second. I'm not going to say it was remorse. I'm not going to say it was regret. He struggled with accepting who he was for himself, who he was to himself, right? He struggled accepting himself, like a fraction of a second. There was that struggle. Absolutely, there was a struggle, because he also understood that there was a complete destruction of his psyche, of his intellect, of his heart, his soul, his mind, whatever, his spirit, whatever. And he did struggle with accepting that part of his nature, himself, his true real self. And then you have 13, right? 13 in the traditional tarot is a death card, but in this it's a devil energy. So that talks about deviant sexual dependencies. It talks about control. It talks about codependencies. It talks about knowing how very well to psychologically manipulate people and to string people along. You just look at the card, right? And Capricorn, as we know, is 11th house. So if you have this kind of a very strong energy in your 11th house, like I said, talks about like-minded people, groups and friends, and it talks about all things beneficial, etc. But on the negative aspect, it's associating yourself with people, groups and friends, and insinuating yourself into groups and organizations or individuals or people or like-minded people or whatever, or even an individual, with the sole intention of your ulterior motive is destruction. Do you get what I'm saying? So we look at the positive side of the houses, the negative side of the houses, and what planet or what star or what sign is in that house, or which house the sign is. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain myself, but I have a feeling this is going to take a different turn. This thing, I truly feel this is going to take a different turn today. So that's an interesting question. Hold your questions. We will address them at a later time. Courtney, I see your question. Playing the accordion was required. Carrie Lee London. Oh, I didn't know. Yeah. Interesting. We have this thing called the artificial heart, right? Very interesting. And just for giggles, I'll read from the book that the creator has made, and we'll see if it makes sense, right? And then we have revenge, and I'm going to pull, let me move that up there. I'm trying to, like per usual, you know, I'm going to pull one more card, and I'll read from the book of the creator, just so that, you know, it's unbiased. We'll see if it makes any sense at all. And there we anger and chains, right? Oh no, don't fall, because I'm not getting up and running around trying to find my cards today. We are not doing that. Okay, so the first one was artificial heart, right? So let me see. I won't read the whole thing, otherwise you'll be sitting here the whole dang day. I'll just read the synopsis of it. Very interesting. So artificial heart says, building oneself to specifications, steeling oneself to adversary, dreaming of electric sheeps. Think about that, y'all. Think about that. Building oneself to specifications, steeling oneself to adversity, dreaming of electric sheeps. Think about that last bit, dreaming. Brooke Z. Okay, so dreaming of electric sheep. Wow, that to me stands out, because it's almost like saying that, you know, I mean, how did he lead people? Like, how was he able to sway people towards him, right? So it says, if I don't feel the warmth of the sun, I will blame the sun or myself. Just think, I'm just reading little bits of it. This is for us to kind of think about it and to see if it makes any sense at all. The next was 23, revenge. 23, where are you? So it says, it is time to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. Let me read that again. It is time to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. All right. So which one was that sentence? I read the sentence. Okay. It says, there is no white night, but there can be a black storm woven by fallen angels. Think about that. There is no white night, but there can be a black storm woven by fallen angels. Then the last one was 29. Force channeled outside, unreasonable, undirected, but powerful. I've got to break free. I want to be free. Very interesting. I mean, the reason I did this little went outside the box, and it's just to see if we pulled random cards, if they would synchronize, if they would make any sense, right? So think about those sentences. Y'all might have to pause, rewind, and go back and hear and just think about it right away, right off the bat. It may not make any sense at all, because you'll be like, what the hell is this girl doing? Is she smoking something? Well, I'm not. FYI. And the day I do start smoking anything, I will let you know. All right. We'll probably have a little Zoom with our whatever. So that's not going to happen, because I won't. That's not my jam. But you know what I mean. So think about that for a second. And I'm not going to put away these 3 cards. I'm going to leave it here, because we'll see, you know, what other messages may come. Actually, let me leave it right here. Very interesting. Very interesting. See, even if you look at it, forget what the book said. Artificial heart. What does that mean to you? Think about that. Revenge. It was all about seeking revenge, right? And anger and chains. So 1, 2, and 3. How would you interpret this, right? So think about that for yourself and see. Try to analyze this part of it. You guys will be amazed at what y'all will come up with, and do share, right? If not now, like in the comment section later. But let's get on with this reading, because this is going to be super interesting. Am I going to do? Where's my Crow Tarot? Yeah, let's do this. Oh my goodness. Bear with me, y'all. And I'm going to use this one too. This is a very interesting deck. I don't want to use this for this guy. No, I don't want to. I'll just do this. All right. So very interesting. Let's see what else comes through. Am I surprised that the Leo card popped up? Because that's his 6th house. Not at all surprised. So as far as his work was concerned, yeah, I would say he was pretty, you know, what was his Susie Q says it's actually a very apt card for a secret life versus bastion of the community. Absolutely. He was, see, 6th house is Leo. Leo is all about pride, right? Leos take pride in what they do. Leonine energy, that sort of a thing. And it's in his 6th house, which is work, health, discipline, and habits. So as far as his work was concerned, I would not be surprised at all if he took a lot of pride in that, being well known and, people knew, right, who he was and that sort of a thing. So taking pride in that. Then we look at his 9th house, right? 9th house is Scorpio, correct? No, that's not. How is the 9th house Scorpio? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9th house is Scorpio. What is the 9th house? 9th house talks about intellect. It talks about distant travel, higher education, the father, luck, religion. And then you have Scorpio. Now think about that for a second. Remember I said intellect, right? Intellect could be positive, right? Or the negative aspects of that intellect could be using your intelligence for nefarious activities, right? Now a lot of these criminals are really actually quite intelligent people. So think about that for a second. Now his 9th house is Mars, right? The sign is Mars. Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Mars. Mars is a very intense energy. And then you have Pluto. Pluto is also very intelligent energy. Pluto is also fluidity. Scorpio is a water sign. Pisces is a water sign. They're sister signs. So Mars is all about fierceness, that fiery energy, that willing to go for war, that being hot-headed and not giving a flying fiddlestick, very quick, right? Impulsive almost sometimes, right? And very, very strong energy. And Pluto is all about, man, I'm going to burn you to the ground, like no holds barred, right? So when you have that sort of heavy, heavy, strong planets in your 9th house, and you already have the 9th house is, let's say, in a weaker position or a not so good position, then that energy is going to reflect in a very negative manner in your life, in your chart, in your horoscope, in your whatever, right? So no wonder he, as intelligent as he was, he used that intelligence for his basic existence, his job, in a positive way, but also more so in a very nefarious way for all these nefarious activities. Then we explained Capricorn. Now Capricorn is his 11th house. Now 11th house talks about like-minded people, groups and friends. It talks about benefits, all that stuff. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, right? Think about that. So Saturn is a very heavy restrictive energy. There's a lot of control thing going on there, a lot of control stuff. So I also want to say, considering he has Jupiter as his ruling planet and Neptune, a lot of control. Very few people, like he controlled his associations with like-minded people, groups and friends. He controlled, and he was able to even control them, almost influence them in a certain way, and they wouldn't even know it. They wouldn't even be manipulative, and they wouldn't even know it. Some people are such good manipulators, you won't even know it until it's too late. So but hey, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you, girl? I hope all is well with you. Good to see you here. Lil David, okay, I see that. Brooksy, hey Brooksy. The one thing is, there is no regret. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups, right? We will, I don't know, we'll just leave that. Queen of Cups. Then we have the 6 of Wands. Then we have the World card, not at all surprised. Then we have the Page of Wands. Nope. Let me get one more card. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. It's very interesting. So clearly, okay, the Queen of Cups does, as we know, talk about a water sign. Could be himself too, because he's a Pisces. But just because it's a queen, let's not just blindly assume it's feminine. It could be. So the Queen of Cups talks about somebody who's very nurturing, somebody who is very supportive, very loving, almost that grounding kind of a energy around him. And then you have the 6 of Wands. Now the 6 of Wands does talk about recognition, etc., etc. So I am going to say, if it is this, and if it is his energy that's popping up as a Queen of Cups, I'm sorry, not Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, then I would say that it's almost, he's always had this need to be emotionally recognized, okay, emotionally validated. Like he's always wanted to be emotionally recognized, right? For his emotions to be recognized, for his emotions to be validated. And I don't think he had that. But on the other hand, if this Queen of Cups is somebody else, then with the Six of Wands, following that, I would say whoever this Queen of Cups energy was in his life, be it his mother, his wife, his lover, his sister, whoever, female, that person always looked at him as, recognized him as being the complete opposite of what he turned out to be, meaning recognized him and thought of him as being one of that very straight up people, nice people, that sort of a thing, which is completely wrong, we know. Then you have the World card. Now the World card, as we know, or the Universe card, it is again Saturn. A World card talks about completions, successful completions, okay. Successful completions doesn't have to be only good work, it can be bad work too, right? Whatever it is, a cycle, completion of a cycle. And it could be through hard work and rewards, or it could be through because of negativity, even a negative action. Let's say the cyclical nature of everything comes to an end, right? That's the World card. It's an ending of a cycle, so something new can begin. I'm going to say around the age of 11 is something that could have changed him dramatically in his life. Age of 11. I don't know, I haven't read his history. If I sit and read about all these psychos' histories, I'll freaking go nuts. So if any of y'all know, y'all should put it up. I think around the age of 11 is when something really changed in his life that molded him and made him who he was. Now, is it possible that he had traumatic events happen before and after? Was that a traumatic event? I don't know. But considering who he ended up being, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. But I would say at the age of 11. Then we also have the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands is the ability to take action in creating, the ability to create something new. Having the foresight, having the what's the word? You know how some people are just bold that way, they'll go and they'll create and, you know, explore and that sort of a state. And then you have the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles does talk about being patient and having the ability to raise money and bring in good news. So this is telling me about his work. So he was one of those people who was good at what he did, his job, like he was recognized, we all know, and who was hardworking. He would do whatever he needed to make it happen and take action and get things rolling and make money and that sort of a thing. So as a professional, he was all right? So, oh, I didn't know about, yeah, Susie, I don't know, we'll see. Okay. Chanel Perez. Hey Chanel. So let's move on, okay? Let's just move on from here. I don't think I'll have enough place to keep all these cards in great order. We're just going to go for it, right? Let's see what else we have going on. See, the premise of doing this for these famous cases is we all know the outcome. That's not the thing. It's trying to understand, delve into the mind and the psychology of these people. That's what we want to understand. Could be, Robin, could be, but like I said, I don't know. All right, we have the Ace of Cups, right? We have Page of Cups. See, a lot of water energy, and he's a Pisces. 1, 2, 3, 4 water. A lot of pages. Look, y'all, we have Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and Page of Cups. Now, what was the demographic of the people he went after? It was always the young people, right? Think about that. Let me see. The only thing that's missing is Page of Swords. Then we have the Eight of Cups. I was going to say, you want to bet the Page of Swords is going to pop up? I'll be surprised if the Page of Swords doesn't pop up. Seriously, I would be super surprised. Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, so many aces. We have Queen of Wands, these two, the Hermit and the Moon card. Very, very apt, not at all surprised. Okay, so let's take it, all right, from the top. We have the Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. Now, Ace of Cups, as we talk about, the positive side of it is, love and new partnerships and maybe a baby and a proposal and a marriage and all that fancy stuff. But on the other hand, with the Ace of Cups, it could talk about exceedingly destructive emotions or feeling overly emotionally bereft, like more so than the Five of Cups, right? Ace of Cups is the extremes, something happy, great happening, or the negative, like completely empty, devoid, like all the water spilling out, lacking emotions even. Look, it's like everything is coming out of the cup. There's complete lack of emotions, right? And then which we know he is, that's where he is. And then we have the Page of Cups. Now the Page of Cups here, it does talk about a Pisces. Look, there is a little fishy in that cup. Page of Cups is definitely a Pisces energy, right? And the Page of Cups talks about always trying to present a very youthful, emotionally, youthful and emotionally balanced appearance, or present that sort of a character, or present yourself as being somebody who's very emotionally balanced and a lot of new love and new energy and new emotions, that kind of a thing. So it's so weird that he was completely lacking emotions, and yet he also wanted to come across as somebody completely contradictory. And then you have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups again talks about walking away from something, emotionally walking away from something. I wouldn't be surprised somebody here said he was diagnosed as being something, right? Let me see where that thing went. Boston of the community, Bastion of the community. Gosh, I can't read with my glasses on even. Somebody said here about what he was diagnosed. I wouldn't be surprised, because he is vacillating from one end of the spectrum to the other end, and then he goes back, and then he goes back, and then it's like he has his emotional side, and then he has his very smart, intellectual, intelligent side. So he goes through this whole wave, and then he pops out this way, riding the intelligent, like being very intelligent, being very smart, being very quick and getting it all, and then boom, back again. And even as far as emotions, he goes through this whole process, but in all honesty, he completely lacks it, like completely lacks the ability to feel, right, whatever the scientific name for that. And he has no problem detaching himself from overwhelming emotions. He can do that very well in a heartbeat. No wonder he was able to do all the bullcrap that he did, right? He was oh, I didn't know that, but to leave head injury cases can, okay. So I don't know whether he was hurt, somebody else had put that. So my man says he was abused by his father, but he was close to his mother. Maybe that's the Queen of Cups that I was talking about earlier. She always thought of him in a very fine way, right? Recognized him as being somebody other than. All right, moving on. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles, right? And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Hermit card, and the Moon card. Now, what is the Knight of Pentacles, right? Knight of Pentacles talks, I think I already explained that, right? Knight of Pentacles talks about being patient and having the ability to create wealth, to take care of that. And then here you have him who has the ability to bring in income, to basically, as far as his job is concerned, he would have always been securely employed, or his employment would have been secure, right? And never had a problem finding new job or finding a new, he would never have had a problem. There would always be income there for him. And then you have the Queen of Wands. Now, this Queen of Wands is a very interesting card because it's a fire energy, right? And the Queen of Wands does talk about being feisty, having the confidence, being self-assured, etc. But see, my understanding of this card, the way it's coming about here, tells me that there could have been a struggle of energies between two principal female characters in his life. Could be his mother and could be his significant other, like that push and pull type of energy. And then you have the Hermit card. As we know, the Hermit is a Virgo card. It talks about introspection. It talks about delving inwards, trying to dive into your psyche, trying to understand things, analyze your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, etc. And then you have the Moon card. And the Moon card, as we know, is Pisces. It talks about imagination and intuition. And it also talks about deception, right? And to me, this is it's slam dunk Pisces. He's here. So he could have had two strong females tussling for recognition by him, like the mother and the wife type of a situation. And he, for the life of him, couldn't understand why that had to be so. Because him trying to analyze that, he couldn't understand why they had to fight for his affections, right? He could never wrap his mind. There's no need for you to fight for my affections. You both have my affections. That sort of a thing. He could never understand that. And then the Moon card here, right, talks about imagination. Very, very imaginative. And it talks, remember way back when I said I wouldn't be surprised if he was also intuitive to a certain extent. But this card to me talks about deception. Somewhere along the line, he figured that as much as he cared for these two women, I assume he was married and he had children, as much as he cared for these two individuals, somewhere along the line, he felt that they were also being deceptive, right? Because of just the way his psyche was, like his mind worked. Somewhere along the line, he thought they were also after him to get him. So he lost that confidence in accepting his, for the longest time, they are my family, they are my blood. Somewhere along the line, he was like, I suppose I better be, after all that hermit thingy and intellectual, analyzing your emotions, etc. He figured that, there's some deception going on here. I better be careful. I don't think they are who they are. I think they must be putting on a show. But then again, the amount of dishonesty and illusion he had created about himself and who he really was, it was mind-boggling, right? It was beyond. It talks about, the Moon card talks about deception. Lots of deception, and it is a Pisces card. So think about how deeply he has deceived them, his own family, right? As we all know, he did. They were all quite surprised, apparently, that, we never knew this was it. Our whoever, John, could do this or whatever. That I always say they are signs, but anyway, let me stop with that. All right, let's focus on this subject at hand, and let's set aside our personal issues that we may be struggling with. We all have issues, so let's focus on this. Hey Janice, good to see you. Yeah, am I missing some cards? I just want to make sure I haven't mixed up any decks. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Let's not go off tangent and get into our personal things right now. Let's focus on this. We can talk about all that on our Zoom, right? Remember, the last Saturday of the month, Zoom is coming up, so I'll be sending out emails to the regulars. So we can discuss all those personal things on the Zoom. I haven't seen Araceli today. I hope she's doing well. And Afrohuman, I haven't seen her. Is Aquarius girl here? Yeah, she probably is. One more time, thank you. I appreciate you. I have to mention her name, right? Oh my God. Frances Walsh. Thank you so much, Frances. I just opened it earlier today. Oh my God, it's been sitting there. So it's not that I was ignoring you or didn't want to acknowledge you, Francis. I just opened it. All right, let's get on with this and see. Nothing over there. I want to use a different deck right now. Let's put this away. I want to use a different deck. Oh my god, and I'm being told don't put these away. Okay, whatever, so we'll leave that aside. I'm going to use another deck. Let's do the Haunted House deck. Okay. Let us focus on this. Very interesting, very interesting. Understanding the psyche of these. I mean, do we need to know? Because God knows we all have our own stuff going on. Yeah, I mean, and think about all the pages that popped up, y'all. Remember I said the demographics, right? How many pages? The only page that we didn't get was the Page of Swords. Other than that, we got the Page of Wands, we got the Page of Pentacles, and we got the Page of Cups, remember? So, and I don't know how many kids he had, y'all, but I wouldn't be surprised if he has molested one of his children, the youngest one. That's what I'm being shown. The Empress card pops up. I wouldn't be surprised. See, I'm going to tell you one more thing. For him, third house is Taurus, and he died in Taurus season. Oh, let me show you. Empress, Eight of Pentacles. He's got the Five of Swords. For him, death was an adventure for him. 20, Judgment. That's too many cards. Yeah, the cycle never ends. The cycle never ends. Three of Cups. Doesn't end. Whoa. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. And then we have the Four of Cups. Now I'm going to say something. I will not be, see what I'm seeing here is with the Empress, when his mother was pregnant with him is when the abuse, like she was also abused. Okay, let me get a couple more. Ace of Wands. Okay, one more card please. And then you have the Knight of Swords, right? Let me pull out one more card. Then we'll have like, y'all, the abuse started when his mom was pregnant with him, and then Nine of Swords. Okay, he was everything to her. He was everything to her. Just look at this card. He was everything to her. The abuse started when she was pregnant with him. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles to me tells me, and I'm picking up for some reason his mother's energy coming through. The Eight of Pentacles tells me that constant need to focus on work, constant need to focus on work. Okay, constant need to focus on work just to take away your mind from the abuse, right? And then the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is bullies, theft, violence, abusive relationships, that sort of a thing. Absolutely, I will say that she was abused while she was pregnant with him. So who knows, neonatal, who knows how much they actually absorb, right? And then you have the 20, which is the Judgment card. Now, what is the Judgment card? As we know, Judgment is Pluto. It talks about change, growth, the ability to release negative stuff so that you can rebuild, right? Pluto rules Scorpio, right? As we know. it talks about forgiving and forgetting. But the sad thing is, as much as she wants, see the whole top line over here, it's his mother's energy that's coming through. As much as she tried to forgive and forgive and forget, I can tell his father was as much as she tried to forgive and forget and to move on. I don't know how much of his parents' life history or whatever is known. I don't know much, but if any of y'all say, as much as she tried to forgive and forget and move on with her life, she realized that she always was on the outside watching in on the father enjoying himself and his life. So she knew very well that she couldn't stop. It was almost like, oh, the words I'm being told. The words I'm being told is like, oh my God, I don't know if I should even use that word here. Because, it's not very respectful. I'm just going to type it. There. Read what I just typed. That's what I'm being told that his mother was to the father. Okay. Then you have the Page of Pentacles. And Page of Pentacles is talking about, him kind of bringing in news saying that, now the next phase we go as a young adult. Like, I will do what I can to bring in the money, bring in the thing and take care. So I don't know at what age his mother passed or whatever. He had to step up to the plate soon enough to kind of provide for himself or provide for whoever. Now let's keep one thing in mind is in that era, now he was born in 1942. So you go back, early, whenever. Think about this social mindsets. The mindsets of society at that time is way different than what it is now. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if they use those words. I wouldn't be surprised. At some point in time, I'm going to have to step out, or rather hobble out and get some water. So please excuse y'all. Not just now though. Yeah, it is horrible. But you know what? Society, the way it was then, the way the disparity was, between the men and the women, and society was more patriarchal, and, think about all that. Moving on. And then you have the Four of Cups, right? Four of Cups is, no matter what he did, now he could have been a very, very accomplished young man, but no matter what he did, somehow he was dissatisfied by his accomplishments. It never brought him the true satisfaction and he never felt fulfilled by no matter how much he was able to accomplish, right? Just not satisfied. Right? He just didn't feel like he had accomplished much. There's that hollowness, that inability to find satisfaction in what he did. Oh my God, my eye, why are you doing this? Oh my God, y'all. I kid you not, I just felt like there was somebody poking something into my eye. It's probably just muck. I can't read anything into it. Like just the dust and what, my eyes are getting so heavy even. So that dissatisfaction with whatever, no matter what he did, it wasn't appeasing him. He wasn't being satisfied, right? And then you have the Ace of Wands. Now here's the thing. Again, I forgot. Duh. This is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations and my opinions. Please do your own research, do your own due diligence, and form your own conclusions. And this channel is only meant for adults, 18 and above. So if any of y'all are minors here, bugger off right now. So this card is very symbolic of the male phallus in tarot. It's all about the masculinity. It's all about, as I said, the phallus, right? So there was always this is not going to really satisfy me. Dissatisfied with this, turning my attention towards this. Now deviant sexual energies, ninth house. And his ninth house is Capricorn. I'm sorry, Scorpio. And no, I'm sorry. Hang on. No. No, hang on. 15, the Devil card, which I drew for him earlier, is a Capricorn card, and that is deviant sexual energies. Sorry. Now, I will also tell you one more thing. Scorpio, which is his ninth house technically, right? That house, the Scorpio is also highly, again, don't take it the wrong way. Scorpio people can be very amorous. So, as an FYI. So, he did turn to, I hope you caught my correction, right? Because I was like, I know we had the deviant sexual energy card pop up. So, he chose to turn towards his physical whatever, right? And then you have the Knight of Swords, right? So he chose to turn his energies and focus on his physical release, his physical whatever, because whatever he was accomplishing and doing, it wasn't enough for him. It never brought him the satisfaction that he thought it would. Now, the Knight of Swords, as we know, again, right, Swords is intellectual. It talks about, gossiping and talking and fast lifestyle changes coming up and doing things such that, they would be quick changes, right? Drastic changes, but doing it very quick, turning on a dime. And he, at some point, completely changed his mindset and decided to go down another path. Changing your lifestyle really quickly, right? Decided to change, get away from being what people assumed he was, a normal working class, whatever guy, and focusing and making and completely doing a 180. And he did that with intention because he was like, who am I kidding? Remember earlier I said he went from the Ace of Cups to the Eight of Cups to, he went from being what the hell to, devoid of emotions to overwhelming emotions to walking away, disassociating himself. So at some point in time he was like, this isn't working, I may as well delve into this, because when he started dabbling in all his nefarious activities and he started realizing it was appeasing his certain part of his brain, he's like, why not just go all the way in? But then you have the Nine of Swords. This talks about anxiety and grief and depression. He certainly had depression, I would say. Oh, hello, I just kicked my light. He certainly at times in his life he had a little bit of anxiety. He couldn't sleep at night. He did have depression, absolutely. But it was also a little bit of a struggle. Now, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a criminal psychologist, nothing. I'm just saying what I see here in the cards. At some point in time, he did struggle because he was like, how am I going to find this balance in my life to live these two completely different lifestyles and not have one show up the other? Like, he did try his very best. Oh my God, my foot is hurting so badly and it's so swollen up. I wish I could kind of show you guys. It looks horrible, but anywho, it's so swollen and the skin stretches, and I put a lot of cream and lotion on it to keep the skin like moisturized so it doesn't hurt that much. But there's like a big knot, y'all. It's so weird. Anywho, so for him, how long can I continue to maintain these two lifestyles? That was his concern and worry, because it was like another thing I have to think about, another thing I have to worry about. Why should I have to worry about it? Why should I have to worry about maintaining two lifestyles? To heck with it. That was causing him more stress than anything else. Yeah, and his construction firm, yeah, absolutely. There's a reason why. So Sherilyn says, as much as I've studied psychology, what you just illustrated made so much sense. Thank you. Yes, also, yeah, you're true. You're right, Susie, because in those days, they went as so, society wasn't so receptive and so even today, society is not that quick to accept people who are of alternative sexual orientation, right? So, it's sad, but yeah, I see you, Sheldon, deviant sexual energy, yeah. Oh yeah, the nettle cream. See, I haven't tried it. I'm going to try it today. I'm going to do it, Susie. It's there in the, that helps when I get flare-ups, like really bad flare-ups. I just put it slightly heavy. I notice it kind of helps. I just lather on the one that my doctor gave me. What is it called? Cicalfate cream. That's actually, it's not prescription. You could buy it OTC. It's by Avene. And then there's another one which is prescription, and this the nettle cream, I just layer like thick layer, it's like, it feels like Vaseline on my face because I put 3 creams and it really helps. But I didn't try it on my ankle. I'm going to do it now after I'm done with this. So so let's see. Actually, let's put away this and let's take out this card, this deck. Right, I'm going to divvy them up into 3 and then shuffle them individually and combine and shuffle. Whoa. Yeah, I know. Yeah, a little goes a long way. I hear you. But it's not that I put a lot of it. It's just that I layer the Cicalfate and the prescription medicine and this. It feels like I have a ton on my face. It's not that I just, 3 different creams. If I wash my face off, you can see the spots. It gets darker and darker, and oh my God. So for those of you who have lupus, I've come to find out that using this highly abrasive chemical exfoliants, right, the peel thingies, and doing retin-A, a lot of retin-A or whatever is not necessarily good, because you're constantly trying to hasten the process of cell rejuvenation, and that newer, younger cell, and then it's sensitive, and then you go in the sun, you get exposed, and then they become even more photosensitive. That's what I'm told. I was like, oh, I learned a lesson. I don't use chemical exfoliants. I mean, for me, if I really want to exfoliate, what I do is, like I said so many times, coffee grounds, right, from my coffee maker after I've had my cup of coffee, just a little bit of those grounds, and I just rub it on my face with some cream, Pond's cold cream, literally Pond's, the cleansing cream for makeup, and that's enough scrubbing for me. So just another little wee bit of information, yeah. Okay, all right. Very very prideful. He had a lot of pride. Indecisiveness, allowing his life to ramble aimlessly. I knew I was I was going to get a card, because see, these cards in this deck are the 12 months. I just knew. I was thinking maybe I should take out these cards because it wouldn't make sense, and I had a feeling I was going to get November, but here we are in December. And then it says news of birth or a new business opportunity. So I wonder if he had, we'll tie it up together. I got some more cards coming in. Alia, you're so sweet. Pineapple, and then we have, okay, let's take a look at it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he had a lot of pride. He took a lot of pride in his work, and he had a lot of pride, ego, right? Now it also says that indecisiveness and allowing your life to ramble aimlessly, that part of it I do believe is the struggle he had. Like, do I just throw everything up in the air and just focus on being the evil self? Why do I have to maintain this other persona? Like, why? Like, there were moments where he really thought about it. It's like, why do I have to be somebody I'm not? Because he came to identify himself as being the criminal. I mean, not in his mind, because there was so much power in that side of his life, right? That aspect of his life, because he was able to control these people, manipulate them, and of course kill them. That kind of power is a different level of a drug, right? So he was like, I'm getting so much satisfaction here and not enough satisfaction here, so why should I continue to be the mainstream individual in society, fits into society? Why can't I do that? So there was a time where he was contemplating, right? Then we have the month of December. I don't know how that, again, somebody should tell me, was it around December that he was caught, or was that his last victim or something? But I'm also going to say, maybe when he got caught or whatever, there must have been some sort of a new concept or a business idea or something that he may have been coming up with, or maybe a new business opportunity or a job or whatever. And then you have reconciliation, but this reconciliation is a bit confusing to me. And then it says recognition, reward for merit. So I don't know if that reconciliation is with a family member, or with the law, or with himself, his own psyche, or what. Let's see, let's delve into this. Something important happened in the month of December, just before the most recent December, before he was apprehended, or was that, yeah, because he died in May, so that's not something about December. Y'all can figure it out. Okay, we got a whole bunch. Let me stop. There was a lot of passion, right? Was definitely wanting. So I think the business opportunity might have come up, because it's almost saying that, there was a great need for him to, opportunity for him to increase his wealth, etc., if he had focused on that side. There is somebody who did protect him for a brief period of time. Taking a vacation physically or mentally. Think about it, taking a vacation physically or mentally. And the Tower card again pops up. It's a solid foundation, success with effort, and you will be playing a different role. So what this leads me to believe is, he did have an opportunity. Even at that time, if he really wanted to, he could have turned around and kind of stopped and cleaned up his act. And if he had stopped, I don't think he would have gotten caught. But it's a drug, right? That drug, that power, it's very difficult to it's an addiction to let it go. If he had at that time, I would say maybe a couple of years before he got caught, if he had at that time said, you know what, I've had a good run, I know I hate to say it, it sounds bad, but this run I'm going to stop it, he would never have been caught. But that drug was so addictive, he couldn't stop, and hence he got caught. That's the way I look at it. Oh, he was arrested on December 21st, 19... Oh, wow, Brooks. Oh, my God. Wow, no wonder that December kept popping up. Thank you for posting that, Brooks. See, I was thinking November was going to pop up that month. I don't know why, but December popped up, and now Brooks Z, thank you for posting that. He was arrested on December 21st, 1978. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Blows my mind, y'all. The cards, I'll tell you, seriously, let me see what pops up here. Oh, I'm just doing this for giggles. It's D as in Dawn, right? Oh, wait. Hello, D. F as in Frank. Come on, focus. Right? I have 0, 7, right? And I'm going to pull 3 more. Yeah, Tower card foundation equals to where most of the boys wear. Yeah, absolutely. N as in Nancy. Hello. 1, the number 1. And A. Very well figured out. Susie, Yeah, she hit it. The Tower card. Tower is all about the foundation. If the foundation is not right, everything is going to topple up. And that's where all the Pandora's box, hey, 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 that's where all the boys were, right? So, God, this is like freaky, freaky stuff, y'all. Like, seriously freaky stuff. Like, you wonder, right, why I was, seriously. So, let me show you, okay? So, these purple cards are the months. I have November and February here. And these are the astral houses, right, which talks about marriage and the astral houses. I was thinking maybe I should take out those cards. It doesn't, why should I leave it when but I left it, and see the cards were like, the chemical reactions in the brain create addictive substances, serotonin, epinephrine, and adrenaline. Oh yeah, that's true. Addictions. This can be an addiction. Really, y'all, sometimes I get into this thing where I'll just shut myself in this office thing, my little office. And actually, the actual office for this house is not so big. It's half the size of this, but it's on the other side. And I'm like, no, I need a proper office. So this is the bedroom, and it has a closet and all that. So I'm like, this is my office. I need all this space. So because I have so much stuff here. So the actual office, I just use it like a whatchamacall, I put it's not a recliner and it's not a day bed. It's one of those single big chairs with a footstool, and some books over there, so you can just relax and read a book or whatever. He also used to offer the boys employment opportunities as a premise for meeting before he started trolling certain districts. Oh wow. And how long he got away with it, right? I'm telling you, a couple of years ago when he had that epiphanous moment almost, if he had stopped, he would never have been caught. But that addiction, very difficult. Pandora, we haven't seen you. Yeah, Pandora's box, you were there the last. Scouted Inquiry, I hadn't seen her in a while. Good to see her. DC Primetime, I hadn't seen her in a while. Good to see her here today. I'm going to pull a few cards and I'm going to stop, and then we'll come back to Delvin. Did I say hello to you? I know I saw you earlier. I don't know if I said hi to you or not. So we have Candle, then we have the Shark, Heart. Yeah, I don't want to take that card. Loss of material wealth. He could have been shown away. The problem is he felt that there would have been a loss of material wealth, and that would have caused a lot of problems for him as far as his heart, love, deep affection and caring with his relationships were concerned. And he knew that somebody would have left his life at that time, so he was maybe concerned that he would be divorced. So, and then you have the Torch. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness and understanding. Why is this showing up for him? Let's see. I wonder whether he felt that, oh, maybe this was the reason why I was put on this earth, to clean up all this. Pay attention to your work, to clean up all the dirt, if you know what I mean, right? Again, I'm not being rude or disrespectful. I'm just saying what he's thinking. So maybe that was the enlightenment, the spiritual enlightenment. Like you know how they have to convince themselves that whatever they're doing is right and justified. So maybe that's how he was convincing himself. And then he says, and then it says, pay attention to your work. So maybe that's a card for me to say, pay attention to my work. Maybe because I'm going off subject. So who knows? Good to see you too, Scout Inquirer. Yeah, you're right, Susie. You're absolutely right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop with this for a second. So let me stop with this. We will come back to it, okay? Y'all, I hate to do this. I forgot to get my standard 2 glasses of water. I'm so sorry, okay? Let me just go top up and get another glass of water. I will be right back, okay? Give me just, oh my God. I'm going to try and hobble the best I can. I'll be right back. Oh, you want to belly rub? No, baby, I got to go get water and I have to get back to my reading. Hold on, sweetie. I'm not done yet. Oh my God. I just want to get some water. Oh my goodness. This is killing me. Puka, no time for belly rubs, baby. You have to wait, okay? I know. Don't be upset. Alright. My one glass and another glass. Alright. Alright, there we go. Thank you, y'all. I thank you so much. I went and got 2 glasses of water. I'm feeling so thirsty. I don't even know what I ate for dinner. I actually had dinner at 4:45, 5, somewhere around there. Okay. So Scout Inquirer, the Zoom is at 11 a.m. the last Saturday. I sent you a couple of invitations. You didn't make it, so I just stopped sending. Because then what happens is it fills up the space, and then those who really want to join are unable to. So, you know, I'll send as long as you'll show up, because a couple of people I've noticed, they ask for the invitation and then they don't show up, and it's happened like repetitively. Then I'm like, okay, that's not right. Courtney's like, she's waiting on chicken wings, girl. Oh my God, that is so. You know, I have to do a video, and I'm going to title it, I don't know what to title it, share some of the things like I do, or condiments or whatever I use for cooking, because it's like I try to avoid gluten, carbs basically, and so sugars, no. Of course, once in a great while I will have my ginger soda, which is zero ginger soda, and it has to have some sweet in it, right? Otherwise, how do these sodas taste sweet? Yeah, I get it. It's not 100% sugar free. There's some form of sugar or sucrose, artificial or natural in it, but I don't drink that very often. So even with my coffee and little things I do which is very low carb, and if I have a real craving for something carb, then what kind of a carb do I use and stuff like that. I have to do one of those. It's going to be Scout Inquirer, if you are definitely going to join in, I'll send you the invitation, no problem, because I try to keep it a small group so that everybody gets it's very interactive. So it's not just me speaking, like everybody gets to talk. If it's too big a group, then there won't be enough time for everybody to have an opportunity to speak, right? So I try to keep it small so that everybody can, it's like all of us sitting in a room and just chatting. So that's why. Anywho, so I should do that, do one of those, right? Invite you all to my kitchen one day and just do a little thing. And I've now since come to find out there are a lot of condiments that actually have zero carbs. Sour cream, for example, and kimchi, for example, very low carbs, little things like that, and how you can use it in your cooking and incorporate it in your, although kimchi is an acquired taste, I get that. So, all right, let's get on with it. Oh no, don't apologize, y'all. I'm not upset at all. If you can't make it, you can't make it. Everybody has a life. I mean, that's not why I'm saying. I mean, we all have a life. That's not the point. Please don't feel like I'm calling you out or dissing you. Stuff happens, kids, life happens. That's not the issue at all. But like, if I limit only 20 or 25 people, I don't send more than that, because what if everybody accepts, and then we won't have enough time to all talk, right? So then people will get pissed, or it just doesn't sound right. That's why I try to keep it very small. So if you're for sure, let me know. I will send the invitation, no problem. I'm not mad at you. It's just that life happens. I get it. But then if it happens a couple of times, then I just assume, okay, they're not too interested. So that sort of a thing. I'm not mad at you, just so you know. Oh, my kitchen is very small. This house, that's the one thing I told Mark when we bought this house. I was like, I don't like the kitchen. And he's like, it's just the two of us. How much kitchen space do you need? I'm like, dude, for you don't need any kitchen space, because all you eat is peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and your cereal. You don't need no kitchen space. I like to cook, so that's another story. Yes, Alia says, I have a question. Do I have to email you about Zoom, or do you? If I have your email on file, I'll send it. Otherwise, just send me an email and say requesting Zoom invitation. That's all I need. Okay, that's all I need. Then I will send it to you. Wait, today is the last Saturday? Yeah, I mean, wait, hang on. Oh yeah, today is Friday, so tomorrow is the last Saturday. So I will try and send out the invitations tonight. Otherwise, I will send it out first thing in the morning, my time. So if you don't get it tonight, like after the Zoom is over, if you don't immediately get it, don't worry about it, because as soon as I wake up in the morning, I'll send it. If I'm really tired, I'm just going to go to bed. I'll tell you all that. Because I send out individual emails. I don't do group emails. So just be careful, okay? Or at least not be careful, just know that. Okay. Hey Nikki, how are you? Good to see you. That's a good question. Somebody asked me that sometime. Yes, birthmarks could be. Yes, absolutely. They could also indicate some karmic situations. We can talk about that in our Zoom. It's very interesting subject that you bring up. I have a whole story to tell you about my mom's birthmark. She had a birthmark about this size, right at the bottom of her, like her neck, right over here on her, like right over there, big. It was, and the texture was weird, and it was black. And my mom was like really light skinned. I mean, way more light skinned than me. I mean, I'm tan now, but I'm not light skinned. And it's people just assume that people of my origin are all dark. It's not the case. People just assume that people of my origin all have black hair and black eyes. That's not true even. So anyhow, that's a different story. Okay, carriage house can. So I know Susie Q will get it. I think Courtney, I have your email. I don't know if you want to join. Carriage house, you're going to get it. Sherlyn will get the invite. Janice will get it. Gypsy Girl, of course. Pauline will get it. I have a list. A lot of y'all. Alia, I'll say, send me an email. So basically, whoever wants to send me an email, okay, and I will send out the invitations. But so okay, let's do this. Couple of things I wanted to talk about, y'all, before we go any further is, so this is a completely different case. You're setting the alarm now. I'm going to my minds. Oh wow. Yeah, y'all, this is no problem. I get it. I have you guys, let me actually, while we are doing that, let me just write down your names right now. So Delvin, Alia, then Becca, then Courtney, then I know Araceli, because she will join. I'll send her. She's always there. Susie, Gypsy Girl, of course. Then we have Pauline. Then we have Janice. So I have a lot of names, y'all. I'm going to add it. My Manx, I don't know if she wants to join. So anyhow, if any of y'all are interested, just send an email saying requesting invite for Zoom, or send me the link for Zoom, please, or something like that, and I will get all of that taken care of. I'll try to do it tonight after this before I go to bed, but the way my leg is hurting, I probably will skip it, but let's move on from there. Sherilyn, of course, Sherilyn, you're on the list. Sherilyn is on the list. Carriage House, Afro-Human, Aquarius Girl. I have your Pandora's Box. Okay. We can talk about this birthmark thing tomorrow for sure. It's going to be very, very interesting. All right. This is something I wanted to share with y'all, okay? So I'm going to read this article. It's a bit sensitive. It's not a long article because I don't want to take up time. And then we can get on to another reading, or we can do some recap. So this is something I read. This was regarding the Charlottesville situation. Remember the Charlottesville rally? So I'm just going to read the middle part of it, right? So while the man who rammed a crowd of people in the Unite the Right rally at Charlottesville in 2017, killing Heather Heyer, was caught and found guilty of murder and pleaded guilty to a further 29 charges, another crime at the same event went unsolved. Black counter-protester DeAndre Harris was assaulted by 6 men, leaving him with a concussion, a broken arm, and an injured spine. So not exactly a minor incident, right? It was a big incident. The 6 men included a white supremacist, a former white supremacist, an ex-militiaman, and a self-described commie killer, who were all apprehended and subsequently convicted. But the 2 remaining suspects have yet to be found. If this were a typical story, we'd throw in a grainy police sketch and joke about how it kind of looks like your mom's weird friend Brad, but we don't need a sketch because we allegedly have photos of these A***HOLES, correct? And in fact, we have many photos and videos of these 2 possible perpetrators, which is basically inevitable nowadays when you commit a crime in a place where phones have been invented, but we've still been unable to identify either of them. The detective in charge has given up on ever finding them at all, saying, "I've pretty much exhausted everything I can do with this case." How weird is that? Even if the pair took pains to go into hiding, they were still seen by lots of people in Charlottesville, right? Don't we have any footage of them talking to people we can identify? We're living in an age when you can post a clip to Twitter of someone screaming at a McDonald's cashier and they'll be identified by some random person within an hour, then promptly fired and driven into the desert. So what's happening with these 2? They don't exactly look like masters of stealth. So think about that. Y'all can go look it up. I am seeing a picture of these 2 people, but I just saw this article just before, like, remember I was searching, I said I wanted to, so I haven't been able to confirm that it is these 2 people, and I can take a picture of this right now on my cell and show it to y'all. But my thing is, if it is not these 2 people, if this is the wrong picture, then I'm going to get my bum cheeks sued, and I don't want that, right? So go and do your own research. You will see their pictures, and if any of y'all know these 2 individuals, then please contact whoever the authorities are, because clearly they have been caught on video, cell phone videos or surveillance cameras or whatever. How could and you can clearly see their faces, like they're very recognizable. Like one of them in this picture, if this is the right one, is wearing dark glasses, a white crew neck shirt, like an undershirt, and another collared light gray or whatever. The other guy is wearing a hat. He has a beard. He has a what is that brand that has, is it Huxley? And white shirt and t-shirt, and he's got a greenish olive green kind of a something overshirt. So I'm assuming these are the right people. Go do your research. If any of y'all know anything about these two people, please contact the authorities and let them know. It's very unfortunate that out of the 6 people who basically messed with this young man, 4 of them are caught a sentence, and these other 2 are wandering around like nothing ever happened. And that's really difficult. How is it? But here's another thing. My question right away was, these 2 and those 4 people who were caught, are they all one group? If they are all one group of people and knew each other, how come the other 4 guys haven't given up these identities? The identities of these 2 ding-dongs. So that leads me to believe that these 2 ding-dongs were not part of, like, they didn't know them, and they must have seen this altercation and said, oh, let's, you know how they think that, under the guise of group of people, you blend into that and you can do mischief and get away with it type of thing. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. If y'all want to go do some research and read up this article, and if any of y'all know or anybody knows these 2 people, where they are, who they are, their identities, please contact the police. Okay, so let's stop with that and let's get on back to our thing. I just like to do this because I feel like, you never know. Rather than just read tarot, let's introduce little bits of information in public interest, if you will. So you never know who's watching, right? That's what I'm thinking. How come the US, so if they've gone hiding, remember that Charlottesville incident happened in 2017 and now we are 5 years later. I don't know why I don't know. So it's very surprising. Okay. All right. So this is something I'm going to do really random, and I know a lot of people had been asking for this, and I kept saying, nah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And, whatever. But there's a whole bunch of talk going on with regards to John Benet Ramsey's dad trying to get the police to release the DNA, whatever, so that they can, with the technology that's available now, they can hopefully find a match and either eliminate certain suspects, plausible suspects, or actually find the perpetrator, right? That's a whole nother story about the police, right? So, and the police, apparently the Denver or Colorado police or whoever, whichever city, the Boulder police, they have been saying, no, we cannot release it. So again, I'm not a criminal legal attorney by any way, shape or form, but just as a just a regular person, like, citizen, I'm saying, well, can he not go and get a court order to force them to release the DNA? Because at one point in time, he himself was considered to be a suspect, right? So I'm going to say, like, I think at one time I had done a sort of a random like micro mini reading, and I had made some statements. I couldn't tell you in which video it was. Till today, I think it had something to do with that individual, but let's just see. I don't have a date of birth and nothing like that. I'm not going to do any of that now. Nothing. I'm not even going to pull up her name or do numbers or anything. I just have some questions and I'm going to see what answers I get, right? So I'm going to actually use my other deck, this guy. Oh, somebody asked, Janice, you asked me, right, about this deck. Janice, you are one of the people I'm supposed to be calling. I never. Pauline, I'm so embarrassed. It's been 2 weeks almost since I said I'll call. I never got the chance. Pauline will probably hang up if she hears me call, although I know she won't. It's the sweetest thing. But one of these days I'm going to get to all of this. And Janice, I didn't email you. I know you wanted this deck. I will let you know, and we'll take it from there. Yeah, Courtney, I kind of, yeah. So, let's see. Let's see what comes of it. Would she would have been in her 30s now, no? I think. Wasn't it in the 90s when that happened? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, right, they're saying that the DNA was tested, or they said that at that time they didn't think it was necessary. I don't know. There are rumors of a SAR, but if not linked, I just have an inkling. Yeah. That's pretty much what I had actually said way back when in that video, Susie. He has seen a lot. If he isn't the one who's done it, he has definitely witnessed a lot. There's a lot that family is hiding, I'll tell you that much. Elizabeth Anguiano, Lena Colba. Hey, Lena. Yeah. She died in 1996. Yeah. So, hey, Anne. Good to see you. Queen of Swords, and I have some cards here. Let me see. Oh, wow. I won't take them. Well, because they turned up upside, so I'll take them. Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, the Justice card, Queen of Cups, Ten of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm this is crazy. This is ridiculous. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Y'all, I have Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, and Queen of Pentacles. The only one who hasn't shown up here is the Queen of Wands. You want to bet she's going to show up? I haven't seen that. We don't have Netflix, so I haven't seen that. The Knight of Cups. Oh my God. Oh my God. Should I have even gotten into this? The Ten of Cups. The Six of Swords. Y'all, this is just crazy. I should not have done this reading. I should have just kept... See, this is what happens. Oh my God. Why did I even do this? Like, why? Like, I should not have. See, these two... I want one card. Give me one card, please. Okay. And then I have the Moon card. Oh my... Let me show you the cards from the top. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, Justice, Queen of Cups, Ten of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Ten of Cups, Six of Swords, the Moon card. I should not have gotten into this. This is like, it's like somebody, the mom saying, don't do that, you're going to get hurt, and you still go and do it and you get hurt. It's like that. That's exactly what happened. I shouldn't have done this. I am still thinking the Queen of, who's the one? Queen of Wands is going to show up. But, so we have a lot of people over here. We have the Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Having said that, Queen of Swords, we talk about somebody who can be very harsh, who can be very quick, who has no problem cutting you down, right? She would be in her mid-30s, yeah. Who has no problem calling it the way they say it. Now this is a person who can come across as being, I will give you unbiased opinion, I will do this and do, take my advice, take my words. But then again, this is a person who comes from a place of hurt. The advice she's giving, the action she's taking is coming from a place of hurt. And then you have the Ace of Swords there, which says either having a lot of mental clarity or lacking mental clarity. Okay, and this card also talks about taking action, quick to cut to the chase, quick to eliminate, quick to take action, right? This can be very hurtful energy. And right after that, you have the Justice card, right? And the Justice card, as we know, is a Libra card. It talks about, it talks about justice, it talks about court, it talks about decisions, etc. So this to me is telling me that a lot of animosity and a lot of hurt and anger going towards or against the whole justice system. Justice system doesn't have to be the court. It can be the court and the police, right? They are all tied. Really, they are interactive. Not interactive, intertwined. But I'm also going to say with the Libra card here, very dissatisfied with the outcome of everything, right? And then this individual who's going towards this whole thing with this energy, and out on the other side comes out the Queen of Cups. Extremely emotional. See, going into it, it was kind of trying to suppress the emotions and going more with an analytical mind, with I'm going to suppress my emotions and just go towards it. But after all this drama, on the other hand, on the other side, the same individual pops up and is completely emotionally demolished. Because after the Queen of Cups, we have the Ten of Wands. So feeling so bereft, so burdened, so emotionally bereft by the outcome of everything. Okay, so that I do believe is the Mother's energy. Very truly the Mother's energy. Then at the bottom you have the Two of Pentacles, followed by the Queen of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Cups. Now Two of Pentacles, as we all know, talks about choices. It talks about juggling, trying to make a decision, which is the better one to do. If I don't juggle, if I stop, then I'm going to lose my balance and one is going to fall off. Can I afford to drop one, or do I want to maintain that balance, have both? This is somebody who's being in a serious state of quandary, right? Somebody who's seriously what the heck happened here? Don't you dare be moving my stuff around. Hang on. That was so bizarre. That was seriously bizarre. No, I am not going to be letting any ads. Just leave us alone. No. Close. I don't know why YouTube does that. Now, I've seen this happen a few times in the recent past. It never used to happen before. Right in the middle of a live, they'd say, oh, introduce ads now. I don't want ads while I'm doing the whatever. So, this is somebody who's really juggling, who's really Two of Pentacles, right? Trying to make a decision over here, trying to make a decision. What am I going to do? And look, juggling, and then she decides, okay, this is the juggling card. And look what she does here. She ends up keeping one, and the other one is right here. So she has made a decision and she has decided to keep one, and this one is down here. And who is the one she has kept? The Knight of Cups. Can you see? Who is the Knight of Cups? Somebody who's charming, who's young, who is always bringing, who has the ability to bring emotional news, emotional offers, that sort of a thing. But knights are young. It's not a page. It's now, of course, the young man. He's a young man, probably in his mid-30s. He was older than her, so he's probably in his late 30s. So she finally decided, and she kept one. For whose sake? A lot of money was also made, right? Writing books and etc. And that brought about some sort of a fulfillment or completion of some sort of a semblance of a happy family. But unfortunately, they had to walk away from that, right? There was still that hope of having that happy family or some sort of a semblance of a happy family. But unfortunately, had to walk away from that. And where do they get to? They go towards this. This card is the Moon card, which talks about a lot of things hidden, which talks about suspicions, which talks about deception, which talks about plain and simple. You can howl to the moon as much as you want, but things are going to remain hidden and they're not going to come to light. This card is full on deception, and this card is saying no. There is no clarity that you're going to get. It's just crazy, man. So see, that is a question, Afrohuman, a lot of people have asked. Those cards. Lana Kolbach says, nailed it. Lana. It is good talking to you today, Lana. So then we have, I won't get into, wait, Delvin had something to say. Yeah, there is a lot of that going on. If you go watch this video that these, the behavior panel or somebody, they've done that, they tell you right off the bat, she gets defensive, she gets, there's a lot that family is hiding. Deception. More so from the mom's side than the father's side. I will tell you that right up front. Okay. Oh, he was the CEO of a communications company called Access Graphics. Oh, I didn't know that. And a subsidiary of Lockheed Martin. Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, I know Lockheed Martin, but yeah, there's a lot more to this case. This family is not the kind of family who we all like, oh, you know, looking in from the outside, oh, they're the perfect family, father, mother, a daughter and a son, and the white picket fence, and you know, all that stuff. Hey, there's a lot about that family that's never going to come to light. Never going to. Never going to. Why is he now all of a sudden the father? All these years he kept quiet. He goes through these phases of kind of, it's like waking up from a deep slumber and say, oh my God, let me do something. And then for a couple of years he falls off the bandwagon. And then all of a sudden again he pops up in the news and, oh, I'm doing this. Like I'm going to do one for the dad now. I'm going to put away that deck and I'll take another one because the energy is hanging around on the deck. Okay, so this deck that I just used, I'm going to keep it here, right? I'm going to take this guy. Come on, there we go. I wouldn't be surprised because she comes across like that. She comes across at times being that very, very fragile. What, of course, you know, at the end of the day, she had health concerns and she passed. But she comes across as being very fragile and so like, oh my God, you know, whatever her husband's name is, you're my savior, you're my this, you're my that. And the other times she comes across as being, you know, the one who controls the relationship almost, right? So it's weird, the dynamic over there. I wouldn't be surprised. But, you know, who knows? She took it to her grave. Or who knows? Maybe she, like, we don't know. The only person who knows all of this is that little child. You look at that child. Forget about all the makeup. Forget about all the, you know, the hair and the clothes and all that. You look at that child's eyes. There's almost a look of defeat and acceptance of what's going on. You look at that child's eyes. Y'all go look at it and let me know. In one of the interviews I saw where the father was like, oh no, Patsy and John Bonet, they enjoyed it, and she enjoyed it as much as, it wasn't like a chore. It wasn't, John Bonet also loved it. She enjoyed the limelight, whatever. See, children that age won't understand. How old was she? 5-6 years or something when she passed? How will they know what being in the limelight and all that is? They won't even know. They'll be like, oh, that's a bright light. How will they know that young, at such a young age, right? It's when the parents are constantly pushing you towards that. It's like your primary caregiver is telling you, go do that, go do that. The children don't know any better. They don't have the ability to judge for themselves and say, no, I want to or I don't want to. Mom is saying, go do it, I'll go do it. Right? So for him to say that, oh, she really enjoyed it and she was all about it and we didn't force her, I don't buy that. I don't buy that. Oh my God. I'm like, tell me about your dad, tell me about your dad. The first card I pick up is this freaking card, for God's sake. And the 9 of Cups. The Knight of Cups. In my mind, I don't know whether the camera heard me. I was whispering. I was like, tell me about your dad. John Bonet, tell me about your dad. Page of Cups. An emotional offer being made to the Page of Cups. Yeah, absolutely. And the Star card, wow, this is another, yeah, this is something else. 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, oh my goodness, it was, yep. And the King of Swords, we had the Queen of Swords pop up over there. Same thing, I'm going to do these two. 6 of Wands, victory, alright. 8 of Swords. Ay, caramba, caramba. Alright. Oh, I didn't know she was a pageant winner herself. But why would she resent her daughter? She's the one who pushed the daughter into pageants. So, okay. Oh, that's too many cards. Well, I'm going to take it. We have the 3 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Death card. Another one. Mama said, don't go and touch that. That's hot. And you go touch it and you burn your fingers. So my question was, tell me about your dad, the Devil card. The Devil card in this tarot clearly talks about deviant sexual energies and codependent controlling relationships. The puppeteer. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Wishes coming true, being emotionally, having your wishes coming true, emotionally being fulfilled. Knight of Cups. Offering up a proposal, emotional proposal. Oh my God, I'm not going to say it. Offering up an emotional proposal, a young emotional proposal. Offering. This. The Star card is an Aquarius card. Finding balance, for balance. Hidden support, right? He has that hidden support, needing that hidden support, wanting that hidden support. Could be related to career. 2 of Pentacles, juggling, what's the right decision to take? Trying to find the balance between the cups and the coins. Cups emotions, coins work. News arriving, quick changes coming. Quick changes, news arriving. King of Swords, somebody higher up. Oh my God, oh my God. Victory. Juggling emotions and money, career and emotions, family and career. Trying to find the balance. Okay, do I accept this support? I do make a decision because quick action is coming so that I can take up this position. Somebody here said CEO, which is going to be victorious, knowing very well it's going to put me in a bind because I'm going to be indebted to certain people. I'm going to have to endure things that I cannot control, and I choose not to. All the rejoicing and all the partying and all the teamwork, right? Celebration. Ace of Swords, new proposal, a child, a marriage, a contract. Celebrating. You do this, for this you celebrate, which is going to be change and rebirth, which is going to cause drastic change and rebirth in his life. Y'all figure it out. Y'all figure it out. A lot of y'all who are watching this know exactly because a lot of y'all are tarot readers yourselves. A lot of y'all are intuitive yourselves. A lot of y'all have at least some knowledge about tarot. Figure it out. Do I have to mince words? No. You know why I'm not, right, getting into that. But it freaks me out, y'all, because the cards, and I was like, tell me about your dad, tell me about your, I don't know if the camera picked up, but that's what I was asking. Bunch of bull crap, y'all. These people, go watch the behavior panel or behaviorist panel or whatever they call themselves. Very interesting. From the very get-go, you can tell. And we are all novices, right? We are not trained psychiatrists or behavior experts or whatever, but even we can tell when that's well, and I mean, your question is a question a lot of people have, right? Wouldn't be surprised. Pandora's box. No need to. Yeah, you're right. I mean, like, seriously, how come, even that thing about that Elizabeth Anguiano. Yeah, that's a question we can ask Elizabeth. That whole thing about that, what is that letter, right? Remember they had that letter? Look, y'all, my dad, he would write with his left hand, but when he played any sports, it was with his right hand. Okay? So, my younger son, he can play his sports with his left hand and right hand, and he can write with his right hand. So a lot of people can do both. But even if you do, again, I'm not an expert, I'm just thinking a lot. I'm thinking if there's a person who can write with the left hand and right hand, and if you do the handwriting analysis, there will be some difference, right? A small percentage, but then there will also be certain signs or certain bits that are going to be the same, right? You would think, because it's coming from the same human being and the same brain, right? So, like, seriously, like, who knows, maybe whoever wrote that could write in both hands. So there's just enough variation for them to think, oh, it's somebody else. So is she at peace? Yeah. It was like an acceptance, oh yeah, Afro-human. Yeah, there are some people who can do both. For her, it was all like a defeat and an acceptance way before she even, like, she probably didn't understand what oh my god, Bunny, for real, sorry y'all, I got dog hair in my mouth. Nasty. Drinking water. It's all he has to do is get up and roll around, and then hair flying everywhere, and we do the de-shedding and everything for him, but still. What was I saying? Like, I don't think she understood what sexual abuse really was from the perspective of what we know or what an older child would know it to be, like complete comprehension. But she definitely knew that whatever was going on was not normal. She definitely knew that her life wasn't normal. Okay? It was almost like she came into this world and, like, once they realized something, then they decided, oh, we're going to keep her for this. Assign a duty. No. Okay, y'all, I don't know whether the camera caught it. I don't know whether you can see. I have my cell phone here and I have my glasses, right? My glasses are not on my cell phone. This is my cell phone. Okay. So it's iPhone 13. It's heavy. We all know. I don't have any case or anything. Right? I kid you not, it just moved. It's not vibrating. Nobody has texted me, nothing. I kid you not, it freaking moved. Whatever. Alright. I was like, what? I don't know if you all caught it. I have to go back and see. Yeah, defeat and acceptance. Defeat because she knew very well she couldn't do anything about it. And acceptance because it's like, okay, what do I do now? Ambidextrous, that's the word, yes. Girl, I'm telling you, this is y'all know these phones are, see, even if somebody had called or whatever, you know it'll show up on the screen. Then you can say, oh, you got a call or you got a message or something, it vibrated, and when it vibrates, it moves because it's a smooth surface. Nothing. Yes, please. Participation, likes, a thumbs up. Oh yeah, you could confuse the picture. Great happiness, a goal-oriented person. If she were, I think I said it sometime, I said if she had continued to be, she would have been somebody who was very a go-getter, accomplished a lot in life. She, that kind of a person. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. See, like I said, she would have brought a lot of happiness. She is a goal-oriented person. She would have increased her efforts if she wanted to achieve her goals. Like somebody who's not afraid to put in the hard work. Like good ethics. Good ethics. Although I doubt if she would have gotten married. I don't think she would have. Even if she did, she would have had a failed marriage or so. That's the sad part. You know what I feel with John Benet? I feel if she had, again, I'm just saying, I feel that if she had been given the opportunity to live her life through, she would have become more of a philanthropist. That's what I sense. I really sense that for her. I don't know. I really don't know. That's a lot of energy because these phones are not light. It's not a piece of paper. So I don't know if it's her energy. I mean, I can't tell. Sometimes I can tell, but I don't know. But then here we have She can be very stubborn and unwilling to change as well if she wanted to. Like she could be like, you know how the driven kind of a person and yet very stubborn too. Like if she sets her mind to something, she could. And stubbornness is not necessarily the best of traits. Sometimes you have to be flexible. But I do believe, and I felt this a long time, if she had continued to live, eventually she would have turned up to be a philanthropist. So I think so. Dealing or relationship with an older man. I wonder if it's the father. Problems to be resolved. Karma. You will reap what you have sown. I'm not doing any more. We're done. Unless she wants to say something. Here we go. Oh my God. Dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or dark hair. Great personal sorrow. New creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start. Oh, I'm going to stop. This is kind of, no, I'm going to stop. I'm done. All right, so I'm going to put away this deck. Let's stop this, right? All right, let's just stop that. Y'all, I don't think I'll be able to send out the emails now. I'm so sorry, because after this, I'm going to be like, wait, the whole screen blanked out and came back on. What? That was weird. Okay. Oh wow. Prairie, yes, you're late. We're just about closing. So anyway, because my leg is really hurting me, so I just want to go to bed. So please know, like, I'm in Texas, right? So Central Standard Time. Definitely the first thing, check your email. You will have your emails. If not now, my time, then first thing in the morning, my time. By 7 o'clock or such, you all will have emails. I'll try to stay up now and just send out the emails. But if I miss a couple, don't freak out. You all wait until the morning. You will find it. And remember, it's 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is Texas time. Okay? So you all figure out your time difference. That last card, yeah. Absolutely, my pleasure. I'm going to stop you all because I seriously, because if I continue, I know I'm going to get more messages, but oh, I don't know what I did to, I don't know, Sheldon. I don't know if it's vasculitis or it's that lupus. I have no idea. I've been icing it. That's the thing. So when I ice my leg for a good 45 minutes to an hour, then I'll be able to walk for about 10, 15 minutes. I'll be able to walk. And the pain sets in. It's like a little knot over there. It's the weirdest thing. My calf is not hurting, so I know it's not the veins, because if my calf starts hurting, then I can say it's the vein. But then again, is it cellulitis? Is it vascular? Who knows what the heck it is? Okay, I'm being told a couple cards more. So let me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm being told read some more. So let me just. I don't know what she wants me to do, but. Okay, this deck, we will pick up this deck itself. Alright, fine. That's fine. Maybe another few minutes, because I'm being like, pick up the cards, pick up the cards. Alright, we'll pick up the cards, pick up the cards. Hey Julie, I haven't seen you in a while. Star Miller, I haven't seen you in a while. Pick up the cards, pick up the cards. Alright, picking up the cards, baby. Lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. So I wonder if somebody had some temper over there. It was a moment of anger. You know what I think, y'all? I'm going to say it. Yeah, blood clot is not good. You need to, yeah, I know. I have to go to the vein doctor and they're going to do the ultrasound and all that crap. And when I had fractured my pelvis way back when, I ended up having serious DVT issues in my right leg because of immobility. And that was a whole nother drama, and I almost had a pulmonary embolism. I was told that I could have died, and I wouldn't have even known it. I was like, oh, thanks. But anywho, that was another long story. But anyway, moving on. You know what I think? I think a whole bunch of people were at the home. This is me, okay? This is not the tarot reader. Whole bunch of people at the house. There was a party, and I believe either it was organized to be in such a way, or it so happened somebody wandered off like conveniently so, or knew and saw this child and did what he did, and they must have been interrupted, or the child must have been put up some like fight, and this person must have got mad and anger, or this person went and did what he did, somebody else walked in and got mad and say, you should have waited, this wasn't the right time, you should have waited until everybody else left, or should have waited until that other person went to bed. And I do believe if the brother is not in any way, shape or form responsible, he suddenly witnessed a lot. So there must have been some anger saying that you should have waited until he went to bed. Something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Imagination runs wild, right? Oh, the mom blew up. Oh, wow. I don't know what that word means. I have to look up that word, Afro-human. I seriously, what? Wait, Carrie. Yeah, I know that. She had an older sister and she died. Yeah. The father and mother, they had a bit of an age difference, right? They said she fought. Oh, I don't think he will talk. Oh, I don't know what that means, Afro-human. Garot, I have to look it up, because I really don't know what that means. I'm going to write it down. Oh, okay. We had inkpot, problems to be resolved, haystack, karma will, you will reap what you have sown. Doesn't that look like the mom? Absolutely, my pleasure. Oh, wow. Could be. The fact that this fair woman's card popped up, I do believe it's the mother, although I know she had dark hair. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Perseverance, and you will overcome the problem. So I wonder if this will be resolved. But I don't know if it's going to be resolved by the father, because I don't think it will happen during his. I think somebody, a complete outsider, may end up resolving this. Pleasure with a close friend, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. I don't think the father is going to be able to resolve this. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble on. Somebody's going to make you do something you don't want to do. I don't think this is going to be resolved by the father. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that, Auntie. Oh, I did not know that. Shoot, I'm learning a lot from you guys. Okay, I'm going to stop, y'all. So thank you so very much. This is an abrupt ending. I'm going to say thank you, everybody. I'm not even going to mention your names. I'm just going to go with the 10-4 because I'm really that tired, right? Oh Oh, I always do this wrong. So sorry about it, y'all. I'm being so abrupt, but thank you so much, everybody. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I'm kind of my foot is bothering, my leg is bothering me. So Susie Q, Julie Petty, Auntie, Elizabeth Angriano, Gypsy Girl, Sherlyn Schaffner, Afro-Human, Aquarius Girl, Star Miller, Francis, Arbut, so many of y'all. Oh my God, let me go back and get your names. Alia, Scout Inquirer, Courtney, Lana, Nikki B. See, now it's not letting me scroll all the way back. Y'all, I'm terribly sorry. Janice, Pauline, My Manx 100, Carriage House. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really struggling. My ankle is kind of So thank you so very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. And give me a thumbs up, hit the bell icon, leave your comments in the comment section. I do read them. I may not get to them right away, but I will. To those of you who haven't said subscribe, please do. I hope you become a part of the real family, and I will send out the emails. I'm going to try now. I'm just going to take a break, try and send out some emails. If I miss it now, first thing in the morning for sure, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Just click on the link and we'll be there. And that is for the real family subscribers. So it'll be good. We can talk about whatever. I forgot. I don't know why I was thinking it was next Saturday. Oh well. It's tomorrow. So take care. And one thing I will encourage you all to do is whenever I post information with regards to the change.org, it doesn't cost us anything. If you believe in the cause, if you think it's something that we can petition and it'll make a change, please do participate. Of course, do your own research, think about it. Don't do it just because I'm asking you. I mean, you don't have to if you don't believe in it or whatever. It's change.org to help make a change so that the same situation won't happen again and again type of situation, right? There's so many such cases. Now also that Charlottesville thing, I didn't want to show the picture simply because I don't know and I don't want to be sued, because I haven't really researched to see is that truly those two people that they are missing. So if y'all can go and y'all can do your research and find the pictures and know for sure that it is those two people who are missing, who knows, again, free use public information type of thing, they have something, right? Check all of that. We want to post it on your social media or whatever. The more words we get out there, who knows, somebody, because they are criminals, they hurt somebody, they need to be held accountable. They're just as responsible as there are 4 other people who've been caught and who've been sentenced, right? So hopefully something will come of it. So thank you so very much. Appreciate you all. Take care and have a blessed night. Okay, good night everybody. I am going to end the stream. Somebody had some questions. Oh my God, I missed it. Oh, there we go. All right, thank you everybody. Rub Bunny for me. Yeah, he's laying down here. I'm going to have to give him a belly rub. All right, everybody, take care. Good night. Bye for now. All right, end the stream. Here we go.